study in the medical journal Lancet captured headlines all over the U.S. 32% of seniors have surgery in the year before they die. They treated it as a call to action to restrict seniors' access to surgeries and other high-cost forms of care. But those researchers pulled exactly the same dirty trick. They only studied seniors who died within a year, so of course it made the surgery look futile or a waste of money. In fact, copious research suggests that for most types of surgeries, age is relatively unimportant. For example, valve surgery, mitral or aortic valve surgery, older patients do every bit as well as younger patients. They have the same opportunity to benefit from the surgery, recover, and resume their active lives. The real key is not your birth date, it's your stamina. And there's a 10-point frailty test developed at Johns Hopkins and now used very widely to test patients before they go into surgery to see who's going to do well and who isn't. And it's not your birth date that should determine whether you are eligible for heart surgery, hip surgery, or any other kind of surgery. Yes.
In the most recent presidential debate, Herman Cain keeps bringing up this H.R. 3000 when asked, okay, they were asked, if you repeal Obamacare, what are you going to replace it with?
Yes.
I'm not real familiar with that. I'm just wondering if you are and can explain it a little bit.
Yes. It's a bill by Congressman Price. It has some of the same features as my 20-page bill does. Tort reform in the states, allowing consumers to buy health plans across state lines. Why should you be forced to buy a health plan in New York where you're a prisoner to these terrible mandates? Free market, exactly. High-risk pools for those who have pre-existing conditions. It's a good bill. It's a good bill.
And it's a law.
Pardon?
It's already a law, isn't it, that H.R. 3000?
No, H.R. 3200, no, but Herman Cain says that that's what he would use to replace the Obama health law. Right. Yes, there's a question down here.
Thank you.
I've heard from a few like-minded attorney friends who say Obamacare violates the Commerce Clause of the Constitution. Would you please explain that?
Yes, this is a question, a very good question, about the Commerce Clause. The administration has argued in every court so far that Congress has the authority to compel Americans to buy health insurance under the Commerce Clause. They say, quote, all Americans need health care. Health care needs are universal and inevitable. Therefore, everyone's already engaged in health care commerce. Therefore, Congress has the authority under the Commerce Clause to compel them to pay for their health care with a government-designed health plan. Well, there are several weaknesses, constitutional weaknesses, in this argument. The first is, of course, the Obama health law does much more than require you to buy a health plan. It takes control of the decisions your doctor makes. The Supreme Court has already ruled that's unconstitutional. Secondly, and this was a fallacy exposed in the 11th Circuit decision when the 26 of the 28 states went to federal court and challenged the Obama health law's mandate. When it got to the Circuit Court of Appeals in Atlanta, the two judges who wrote the opinion, Judges Hull and Dubina, did copious research themselves, thank goodness, and they said to the Obama lawyers, wait a second, you keep saying that healthcare needs are universal and inevitable, but we've looked at the statistics and 50% of Americans under age 65 consume virtually no health care. They are not in the healthcare marketplace. And there's a difference between forcing people who consume healthcare to buy it with insurance and forcing people to enter that healthcare marketplace against their will. And they said, forcing all Americans under age 65 to buy health insurance, whether they need healthcare or not, is like forcing all Americans to buy flood insurance, even if they live on top of a hill. Yes, sir.
Betsy, is there any fight back from the insurance companies on what's going on?
Well, it's unfortunate, unlike 1994, when we had a lot of support from medical industries in overturning or preventing the Clinton health bill from becoming a law. This time, the drug companies, the insurance companies, even the device companies wanted a seat at the table. And they got their little derrieres burned with that greedy position. They should have helped us from the beginning because, in fact, they've been supporting this all along. The insurance companies love the idea that every American is forced to buy an insurance policy. Can you imagine if every American were forced to buy a car? Detroit would love that too.
This is a slippery slope down a single player.
Of course it is. Yes, sir.
I guess I can talk. Do you think, two questions, do you think Mitt Romney as president would completely repeal Obamacare? No.
I don't know.
Do you think,
I don't know.
do you think Newt Gingrich as president would completely repeal Obamacare?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Romney's still defending Romney. Romney's still defending Romney.
Isn't there a provision in there, hidden in there, that if you sell your home, you would have to tax?
It's not hidden, it's in black and white. There are, as I said, $503 billion in new taxes in this law. One of them is a new tax on, quote, unearned income, and it will apply starting next year. If you sell your home, you will be paying a 2.8% additional tax on any gain on that home. Yes, it is. It's right in there. There's also an increase in the payroll tax. Yes, sir.
Could you speak to whether or not there's means testing language in there? Means testing language in the bill?
No, there's no means testing for Medicare in that law. Any other? One more question, and then I'm going to let you eat your lunch.
You alluded earlier to the fact that before the meeting, our state is not supportive of people like us. What can we do to make them realize that
There's a lot of us that don't go with what they think.
This is a great question. What can we do to get the GOP to have a little more fire, a little more commitment, a little more backbone, and really support us?
Take over the GOP.
That's right, take over the GOP. In the meantime, you barrage them with your views, tell them that they need you to win the election, and that it's unacceptable to select these milquetoast candidates. Thank you.
the leadership of the Republican Party in the state of New York may indeed have some secret agreement with the Democratic Party. They may be receiving some patronage to make sure that we always lose. What you need to do is become Republican committeemen and clean out the New York State Republican Party. And we need Betsy McCaughey to run for Senate. There are two parties all over the state who will win in the primary. That's what we must do.
Run, Betsy, run! Run, Betsy, run! Run, Betsy, run! Run, Betsy, run!
All right, let's take a 5-minute break or a 10-minute break and finish the lunch, order your dessert, and we're talking wrap. Be back to you.
That